but doing a Sunday night live stream here. And I think I found some software to actually be able to share my screen with you. So pretty excited about that. So basically, I wanted to, go over some crazy used truck prices. So basically, I'll wait for some of you guys to get in the stream here. Got my coffee. So yeah, we're set and ready to go. Let's see here. So basically, we're just gonna be going over some crazy truck prices. We'll kind of just leave this up here. We're on truck paper. Yeah, wait for some of you guys to get in. Join in the live stream. Feel free to comment or whatnot. Trying to do this a little bit earlier, like I said. So just want to go over some crazy used semi-truck prices and whatnot. Let me know if you guys can see me. I guess I can pull up my phone and see if I'm actually live or whatnot. Welcome, everybody. All right, so I'm going to wait for some people to pour in here. We're just going to go over some crazy used truck prices. Finally found a software to be able to share my screen, which I'm super excited about. So we're going to wait a couple minutes for some people to jump in here and kind of join us. Welcome, everybody. Let me know if you can see the screen and see me down here in the corner. And can you guys comment and let me know if you can hear me all right as well? All right, guys. Just waiting for some people. I can see and hear you okay? All right, thanks, Thomas. I appreciate it. Like I said, I got some new software, and we're going to be going over some crazy truck prices this evening. And I'm super excited that I can actually share my screen with you guys. And I can still see your comments and all that. So I'll be answering some questions as well. If you guys have any, feel free to put them in the comments below or whatnot. But hang tight, guys. I'll be right back. Just going to give it about 2 or 3 more minutes for some more people to join in. And I'll be with you shortly. Just got to get some more coffee. All right, guys, come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, get in. Come on, hey, come on. All right, we are back. I got my coffee, and we are all set. Make sure I'm actually still live. But yeah, do you guys got any questions for me regarding trucking, becoming an owner operator? I'm looking. Okay, all right, Thomas. I'm looking to obtain my CDL this spring via local school here in Reno, Nevada area where I am from. The school's name is 160 Truck Driving School. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. No, man, I have not. There's a lot of truck driving schools out there. I mean, I'm in Colorado, and there's probably, I don't even know, probably 10 or 20 of them. In northern Colorado, I think there's three of them. Just look at their reviews, see what they're offering you. At the end of the day, just kind of compare prices. Look for a cheaper school that's got good reviews, and also look at their reviews and make sure they actually give you the training that you're gonna need. Like a lot of schools, I never went to trucking school, just so FYI. I'm not sure if it's a reputable school, and I'm fearful of the fully automated trucks in the future. Why do you feel? Oh, I mean, look, that's so many years down the line. I mean, you could get into trucking within the next year and be making money for 5-10 years before automated trucks really start to take over, if they ever do. Because here's one thing, we're going to go off on another topic here, but the liabilities of automated trucks is going to be something that is going to have an uphill battle in every legislative, judicial branches of our government. In my opinion, the first time they put an automated truck on the road and then someone gets killed because of it, because either it messes up or it's deemed at fault, that's going to cause such an uproar that it's going to severely delay automated trucks, and to the point to where these companies might get scared. That's just my opinion. I mean, automated trucks, I think, are far ways off. But yeah, man, just look at the reviews. Make sure the school gives you a lot of drive time. A lot of schools will give you a lot of classroom time, a lot of BS, and then they won't give you a lot of drive time. So therefore, you won't be able to, get the skills and the training that you need. Just make sure there's plenty of drive time and whatnot. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about fully automated trucks for another 10 years at least. Please help me find a day cab. It's expensive nowadays. Abel, I know, man. That's what we're gonna go over that. I'm gonna go through some trucks here. It's a good time to buy a semi truck now. Prices are going high. Is it a good time to buy a semi truck now that prices are going high? It's not the best time, to be honest with you. It's not the best time to buy a semi truck, as I'm going to show you on my screen here. It's kind of crazy right now. The prices are out of control, but I think there are still decent deals to be had. And the most important thing is if you got the work. If you've got guaranteed, not guaranteed, but you're pretty confident you've got work. Yeah, Thomas, no problem, man. I wouldn't worry about it, man. Just look at the reviews. You can get your CDL, and heck, you could probably become an owner operator and make a good money for a few years, many years, before you have to worry about automated trucks. I would more worry about all these stupid companies coming in with inflation and the high prices and trying to, lowball the prices on everything, on the freight and whatnot. That I'd be more worried about that. Joey, can you make a good living being a fleet owner with 2 used trucks? How much do you think 2 flatbed semis can make? So I've got a video on this, basically, explaining, how much can you expect to make as a truck owner, and basically, it can be good, it can be bad. You know, I used to have trucks and drivers. Well, I still have trucks. I just don't have drivers currently. And some days are good, some days are bad. You know, some days you'll make really good money. You make, you know, a few $1,000s a week net, like in your pocket. And then next week, a driver's breaking this, or a driver leaves, and so you're having to find a driver. So a truck breaks down, that costs you a few $1,000s to fix, and then at the same time, you've got a truck that's sitting there because you're trying to find a driver to put in it, so there's no income coming in. So it can be good and bad. You can make money when everything. I'll put it this way: you make really good money when everything's going good, but then also you can really hurt yourself when things are going bad. There's three things that you need: work, equipment, and drivers. That's the three things that have to be a constant. You know, it's always one of those three things that are going to be screwing with you. My biggest problem was work, to be honest with you. You know, I would basically have you know, all the drivers I could need, and then I would literally not have the work. And then, or I didn't really have many equipment issues. So that's the three things: work, drivers, and equipment. And I didn't really have too many equipment problems. I usually bought pretty decent trucks and kept them running the best I could. I didn't cheap out. I didn't bubble gum and, you know, chicken wire and electrical tape, duct tape my trucks together. So, but yeah, it's usually work and drivers is the hardest thing. So if you can find good work and good drivers, you're pretty good to go. But with the prices of trucks right now, I mean, trucks are crazy, so that's gonna go against your expenses for sure. But you should be good. All right, so we're gonna jump in. Any of you guys got any more questions for me before I jump into this screen and start showing you some of these crazy prices? Get some coffee, relax, hang out. I'm really excited about this, trying this new software to show the screen. And let me know in the comments if anything goes wacky, like you can't see me, or the screen goes black, or you can't hear me, or whatnot. But yeah, Thomas, good luck, man. I wouldn't be scared about getting your CDL. I still think it's a good industry to get into. It's served me pretty well. It's been rocky for me in the last like couple of years. It's been, you know, up and down, but we're fighting through it. Usually it works itself out in the end. All right. So, so basically here are some of the truck prices. I just typed in, you know, W900 Kenworth. I'm not familiar with any of these people. I don't know any of this, so I'm just looking at examples, not going after anybody indirectly, just kind of going after the market in general, to be honest with you. I've got to set up a second screen here, guys, so I can see your actual comments. All right, Tom. So yeah, that school offers 160 hours, and I don't repay them until after I'm driving. That's pretty cool, honestly, that you don't have to repay them until after you're done. That is actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. So I've got you guys finally set up here. so I can see the comments and whatnot. Trying to get this all set up to where I can view you guys and you guys can view me. All right. So Joey Wallace, sorry, getting some stuff set up here. Just a year ago, you could buy used mountain trucks out of Tulsa Freightliners for 60 grand with 300,000 miles. Now they're selling for 80 to 100,000. I actually know that a buddy of mine bought one. A good family friend of mine so a good family friend, I helped, teach him a little bit about trucking and whatnot, and, helped him get into becoming an owner operator. He bought one actually. He worked for Melton as well, and now he runs Flatbed step deck on his own. So yeah, he actually did buy a truck for about $60,000 for about 300,000 miles. Is that who you run for now? That's who he started with, and he was he basically got his CDL, went to work for Melton. I believe it was Melton, if I'm not confusing companies. And so all right. So yeah, it is crazy, man, that they're selling them for 80 to 100,000. I hopefully in the next year it's going to calm down. I hope so. I really, really hope so. But let's see here. Thomas, out of the two, what is the best, Kenworth or Peterbilt? I'm thinking of Peterbilt myself, but I'm sure they both have their strengths. Man, it's like Ford versus Chevy. I run Freightliners personally. I just want to show some Kenworth prices. We'll go into some Peterbilt prices, and then we'll go into some Freightliner prices afterwards. I like Kenworths better than Peterbilts, to be honest with you. They're both PACCARs, or made mostly by PACCAR. So, I mean, the underneath is going to be a lot the same. I like the interior of the Kenworths a lot better. I don't like Peterbilts, how they only have like one cup holder. And for what I do, I do a lot of off-road oil field stuff. Peterbilts just don't seem to stand up to that. They're just not meant for that. They're highway cruisers. So I think the Kenworths are a lot better in that regard. But I mean, if you're looking like apples to apples, a highway truck to highway truck, aerodynamic sleeper to aerodynamic sleeper, I think they're pretty much going to be pretty similar. I like Kenworths personally. Thomas, and what is your take on the Tesla fully electric trucks coming out? Man, I don't know. We'll see if the range is probably going to suffer, for sure. I don't think they're going to have the range that, I don't know. We'll see what the range is for sure. But, it's going to be interesting to see, what the range ends up being and all that good stuff. Let's see here. But yeah, I'm not really too sure. All right, yeah. So I was just going down the list. This is crazy to me, guys. This truck I kind of was showing last night. A 2019 Kenworth W900 for literally $189,000, and it's got 300,000 miles on it. This is insanity to me. I really this is just, I mean, this is a crazy example. Yeah, I'm sure it's a nice truck. There's no doubt about it. But it's just crazy that, as I mentioned yesterday, heavy spec trucks usually do not do as well as just normal run of the mill trucks. Yes, heavy spec trucks are usually more expensive. They're more capable. They're more specialized. But in the market, as of a couple of years back, they're harder to sell because it takes a specific client that needs a heavy spec truck. Like me, I like heavy spec trucks because I haul heavy. And I haul heavy day in and day out every day. So for me, heavy spec trucks are what I like to go after. And usually you can find a deal getting a heavy spec truck. But yeah, it is just crazy that they want 189,000 for this heavy spec truck. Usually you would get a deal on a heavy spec truck because they couldn't really get rid of it, because if there's 10 buyers, maybe one or two of them need a heavy spec truck. So it was just a lot harder for them to get their hands on one. So to see this price is just absolutely crazy. It's kind of funny, but it's not funny because this truck brand new was probably, not including the FET, it was probably about $170,000 to $175,000. So, I mean, it's a nice truck. I'm sure it's a nice truck, but 300,000 miles, you're paying more than a new truck, and you don't know if it was abused or beat up. I mean, a truck can be beat up, pretty good in the first 300,000 miles. You can beat a truck up and real good in the first 50,000 miles. So, it's just crazy that they're asking so much money for. I mean, if it had like 50,000 miles on it or under 100,000, that would make it better. But the fact that it's got 300,000 and the fact that it's heavy spec just makes it worse. Oh my gosh. So 2,000 Kenworth for $80,000, $20,000 away from $100,000, and it's got 1.2 million miles. And it says overhauled, but who knows on that? Can't always trust that. Here's a 2014 W900 for $125,000. It's got 500,000 miles on it. So a lot of people would say it's half used, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. What do you guys think of all these crazy prices? And feel free to comment or ask me questions while I'm going through these. I just thought this was really interesting and just wanted to show you guys some of this craziness that we got going on here. Thomas, hold on, guys. I'm trying to see why my comments aren't populating on right here. All right. The current range of the fully electric Teslas are 500 miles before recharge. However, they're trying to increase that, of course. Yeah, but I mean, TFL Truck did I don't know if you guys watch that YouTube channel, but they do a lot of new used real world like truck reviews and whatnot. And they take a lot of the trucks up I-70 and kind of go over, like, I've been in there out of Boulder, Colorado, and they took a Model X and put like 5,000 pounds behind it, or it might not even been that much, because it's rated for 5,000 pounds. And they basically, the range was, they had 300 miles worth of range, and they started their trip, and it literally lasted for 100 miles. So it literally dropped a third of its range, like automatically, right off the bat. So if the semi is any comparison to that, the problem with the semi is batteries are heavy. So you're gonna need to yeah, so you're basically going to need to put more batteries in it, which is going to be more heavy, and that's going to take away from your range because you're making the whole unit more weight and whatnot. But yeah, those prices are way too much. I currently found a Facebook page that offers used trucks. I'll try to find the name of it, page that still has good prices. Yeah, it's gonna be hit or miss. I mean, you're gonna have to, find trucks that just have a I'm gonna try to reload all my pages. I'm not seeing my comments. Okay, maybe it'll populate now. So let's see here. All right, so basically, turn this off, guys. Trying out this new software, trying to figure all this out. There's a lot going on, but so the electric are way behind as far as range is concerned. They've got a ways to go then. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about the semi truck, but I know, they tested the Model X, which is supposed to, have 300 miles worth of range, and then they put weight on it, a little trailer, like I think it was a camper trailer or something like that, and it literally only went 100 miles before it ran out of charge. So the range is just way less than what it was advertised. And that's gonna be a problem that I see with the electric truck. Semi truck is unless it's doing like light LTL freight, to get more range, you got to put more batteries on. Batteries are heavy, so then that takes away from your potential load. Because you can only haul 80,000 pounds, so that's gonna make it to where you can haul less, can't haul as much freight. And the heavier the vehicle is, the more it's gonna count against itself. You kind of have two forces, kind of pulling away from each other on that instance. But who knows? Maybe it'll go 500 miles on a charge, regardless of the weight that you put behind it, up to 80,000 pounds. I don't know. If that's the case, then they're going to be a serious competitor. If it can go 500,000 miles with 80,000 pounds, regardless of the flat terrain or up mountain passes, and it can recharge in 10 hours, then they're going to be a serious force to be reckoned with. If that is noted, I'll go buy a lot of Tesla stock, because that's going to be taking over the market for sure. Yeah. Anybody else, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to, put it down in the comments below. We're just going to go over some of these crazy truck prices. And feel free to chime in or comment as you want. 2008 Kenworth W900, 375,000 miles for $90,000. Now, to be honest with you, I mean, compared to the other examples, like up here, where they're asking you know, 125,000 for almost 500,000 miles. You go down to this guy and it's 90,000 for 375. This truck in the current market conditions is a good deal, but don't get me wrong, it's still way overpriced. But this truck right here isn't too bad, actually. I mean, unless, well, here, let's go in here and see, because this is another thing that guys need to watch out for. So let's look at the pictures, because I'm almost certain that it doesn't have only 300,000 miles, but we'll see. So if those are accurate, verified miles, this truck is actually probably a good deal. Heck, I might need to call this guy right now. Just kidding. But yeah, this is actually in this current market, this is actually a good deal. This isn't too bad. As long as it's not rusted out, or, you know, you want to do a VIN check on it, see if it's, you know, been wrecked or whatnot, or if it has a clean title. You might need to do some things to the motor that makes it off-road use only, if you guys catch my drift, because these had a lot of problems with DPF and whatnot. But yeah, let's see what it says on the description. Hey, and it's heavy spec. So this is a perfect example. This is a heavy haul truck, and you see it's not as highly priced as like a typical truck of this nature. So that's what I was talking about the old other truck is usually heavy spec trucks don't fetch the same amount of money because they're not as needed as non-heavy spec trucks. This truck's actually a really good deal if everything checks out and they don't give you some BS. Oh, it's been rebuilt and it's got 1,375,000 miles. But yeah, so first good deal of the night. 90,000 is still way too much money, but compared to paying like 125,000, this one's not a bad deal, actually. I actually might bookmark this and save it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. All right. So I save that for later, because I'm always looking as well for myself, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, no problem, Thomas. Happy I could help. But yeah, so that was a good deal. That wasn't too bad. All right, 2012, 72,000 for 730,000 miles. Man, I mean, this has got the emissions taken care of, which is, I mean, but it's just too high of a price. Because unfortunately, what I look for in a truck, a lot of the average truck buyers aren't looking for. You know, they're looking for a road truck to go over the road with. I'm looking for a heavy spec truck to go and tear up in the oil field or on the dirt, which this thing's got. Looks like it's got heavy rears, I think. Let's see here. Details. Oh, actually, it's got 38,000 pound rear axles. Well, that's the axle weight. What about the suspension? Well, anyways, way too many miles for what they're asking. If it had 300,000 miles on it, maybe. Ooh, look at here. Man, it's a deal of a century. $264,000 for a 2022 Kenworth W900. Wow. That's crazy. If it's even here yet. Well, actually it says it's here. It's actually in Colorado. So it's in the flesh. That's another thing I was wanting to see if it's actually, but it's great. Like, I'm not saying this is not a good deal, guys. I'm not even interested. I was just curious to see if it's actually been like a lot of dealers are putting up pictures of trucks that they don't have yet, and they'll put these crazy prices of 264,000, and they want you to call in and ask about it, and it's not even coming until July of this year. So that's what I was looking. But this truck's actually there in the flesh, but it's still too much. This is I don't know how much the person paid for this truck, but if you were to spec this truck out, it's probably at most probably $180,000 to $200,000 truck. So this guy's trying to make 65 grand on this. I mean, I guess someone might pay it, but it's crazy. Lease purchase option available. Yeah, okay, for $264,000. I don't know what kind of lease payment you're going to have that's going to make you enough money to justify a $265,000 purchase price. But I don't know. But yeah, that is crazy. And it's not like, if this is a glider, I can maybe see it, but it's not even a glider. Man. Oh, wow. A 2001 W900 for $92,000. It's got 1.3 million miles on it. This is ridiculous. This is pretty crazy. Now, this is way too much money. Over a million mile truck, 1.3 million miles for $92,000. Pretty insane. Says it's been rebuilt, which is good, but people can lie about that stuff, so you got to be careful on that. Oh, and there's a log truck, which looks like it was probably beat up, rode hard, put away wet, for sure. Think about everybody's just trying to retire early, They've got trucks, they're just going to put some insane price on it so they can go retire early. What the heck? Oh my gosh. It just gets better. So here's a 2000 Kenworth W900, $80,000, and it's got almost 2 million miles on it. Okay, so it's got all the right stuff. I mean, it's got the sleeper, the couch. I mean, it says less than 10,000 miles on a new rebuild. Need to verify that. But I mean, still, the rest of the truck's got 2 million miles on the frame and everything. So, but yeah, that's pretty insane for sure. Let's keep going down the list. 2011 for $91,000. It's got 360,000 miles, but it's only got 500 horsepower. I typically look for big horsepower and heavy spec. But I mean, it might be able to be turned up, but who knows? If it's actually verified, I mean, given the current market conditions, this is it's not the worst deal. Let's see here. I wouldn't really put where the truck is located, buddy. You want people just coming around, I guess. But it's my own opinion. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. 2022 for $280,000. This one's got 39 miles on it. So it's a brand new truck. This, let's see how customized this truck is. Well, I mean, it's pretty customized. I mean, I don't know if the owner did the work himself or if, but I mean, if you didn't have all the customized stuff on it, this is again a $200,000 truck, brand new from Kenworth. Now, I'm not talking about all the additions this guy added. Whether I'm sure he had a third-party shop do it. That's probably added about $20,000 to $30,000. But yeah, with the special painted frame here and all this good stuff. I mean, I guess it's a nice show truck, but for $280,000, it's. I mean, I don't know, man. So the guy probably put $30,000 worth of work into it after he spent $200,000 for the truck. So he's probably $230,000 into it. I think everybody's just trying to retire early. They're just wanting to sell their truck for insane prices so they can go take a year or two off. Here is a 2001 Kenworth W900. See how many miles it's got on it. Because it doesn't look too awful bad. Guys, feel free to comment, ask me a question you might have regarding trucking or being an owner-operator or whatnot. I just am enjoying going through some of these crazy priced trucks here and sharing it with you guys on the stream. I'm pretty happy with this new software I found that allows me to share the screen. Let me know if you guys can see the screen okay. Is it freezing? Does it look good? Can you still see me in the corner? Let me know what the quality is like on this, because I don't know what you're seeing exactly. So right off the bat, this is a little suspect because they're not wanting to give you the miles. Or did I miss it? No, they're not wanting to show you the miles. Oh, there it is. Oh, see, that's another thing too. A lot of guys will put like this. So see, it says 437. So you're like, oh, sweet, 437. But they sneak in their mileage since overhaul. So the truck might have 1,437,000 miles. But, you know, given they're not, it's probably really high because they're not wanting to tell you the mileage. I was going to say this might be a decent truck. Yeah, and this is a little suspect too. Is you'll never know unless you dive into like the title paperwork registration to see the last recorded mileage when they register the truck, if they even did. This is a prime example of what you need to be careful of. So they roll back this odometer, or like I said, it's rolled back over once over. So it's 1,437,000. That's usually not the greatest sign. I mean, we're close. I mean, I was going to say if this truck didn't have over 1.4 million miles on it, or however many miles it has. Let me see real fast if it says anything about it. Yeah, you'll never know unless you do some digging. Michael, thanks. I appreciate it. Looks good to me. All right, sounds good. Everybody, you might want to sit down for some of these results coming up. Because they're pretty crazy. So here is a restored 99 W900B. for $145,000. Let's see what $145,000 gets you. I mean, it looks like a nice truck. I mean, there's definitely some money in like if you own this truck prior to this crazy prices and you restored it and say you own the truck outright, or if it's a 99, hopefully you own it outright, or say you know owed less than 50 grand on it. I'm just throwing some basic numbers here. But then if you put 50 grand into it, rebuilt the motor, maybe did some transmission work, shined it up. I mean, a paint job is probably $10,000 to $15,000. So depending on where you go to have it done, unless the paint was good, get the frame resprayed here. The frame is resprayed. If you own this truck prior to the craziness, it's actually a good business to restore this thing and then sell it for $145,000. I mean, you'd make 50 grand on it for maybe, I don't know, 5-6 months worth of work. So if you had 2 of these trucks, you do that twice a year, you make $100,000 a year just to restore a truck and then sell it. And if you already own the truck, if you already owned it, then you're making 100 grand on it. Maybe you put 50 or 60 into it. Thomas, this is a total newbie question, but how much to rebuild a motor only? And if you'd like to also include the rebuild cost of a tranny and rear end. Basically, okay, so it breaks down. There's a lot of different scenarios here. So to rebuild let me go back to the screen here. All right, so to rebuild a Caterpillar, they're the most expensive. They're going to be about 35,000, anywhere from 30,000 upwards to 50,000 for a platinum king of the hill overhaul. Cream de la creme. The cream of the crop. To have a shop do it that will give you warranty. Detroit's, I know a lot about. Those are about 15,000 to rebuild, 15 to 20,000 on the high side, maybe 25,000 if you have a shop do it with warranty. But I mean, I could have my mechanic rebuild a Detroit 60. It probably cost me $10,000 to $15,000, and that's if I didn't do anything. And now, if I went and helped him out and sourced some of the parts and used whatever connections I could gather up, it'd probably be about 10,000. Cummins are in the middle. So Cummins are going to be roughly $20,000 to $30,000 range, depending on where you get it done at. So basically, Detroit is the lowest. I'm gonna actually type it in the comments here. And this is, I don't know about and then I'm just trying to type here. So I just let's see here. So I typed in, hopefully you guys can see that. I don't see. So Detroit 60 is 10K to 20K. Cummins are 20K to 30K. And then Cats are 25 to 50K. So hello, everyone. Yeah. So Michael or Thomas, hopefully that answer your question. And it's not a newbie question, man. There are no stupid questions. Um, if you don't know, you don't know. Um, so basically, that answers that. Go crazy. Hello, everyone. How's it going, man? Man, I can't let you that last comment. I couldn't let that go through, man. They whatever you said or did, they blocked it. So we're doing good, man. Yeah, this is a stream about trucks. We're just going over some crazy truck prices, and I'm also answering some questions regarding the trucking industry. If anybody's got them, someone's asked how much rebuilds are. All right, Michael. Yeah, for some reason when I can see your comments, but when I type my own comment in, it didn't populate as quickly as I had hoped for. All right, I almost forgot. So transmissions, a fully rebuilt transmission, an 18 speed is about $5,000, roughly, probably in today's prices. 10 speeds are probably about 3,000. 13 speeds are probably about 3,500. So a rebuilt transmission with your core is about, I'd say, 5,000. And then you asked about rear ends are about 5,000 a piece to rebuild them as well. So you're looking at transmission. People don't rebuild transmissions; they just replace them with rebuilt transmissions because it's just not cost effective anymore. Now, that's not saying your mechanic isn't some 30-year transmission rebuild expert that likes to rebuild transmissions. That's fine. But everybody I know just goes and gets reman ones. So, and the rear ends are about 5,000 a piece, maybe about 3,000 depending on the rear end. Let's see here. Why are truck prices so high? Because supply got cut short because all the craziness. Go crazy. Supply and demand. Basically, when all this craziness happened, all the factories shut down and they didn't fulfill orders from the past couple of years. So now there is a huge lack of inventory. There's no inventory. There's no trucks for sale. So everybody that's got a used truck is just price gouging because they know that there's not a whole lot of trucks available. That's why prices are so crazy. So until supply can catch up, until the manufacturers start pumping out trucks, that's when we'll kind of see prices go back to normal or close to normal, I guess. All right, go crazy. I did something there for that guy. We'll see if he's a bot or not. Yeah, I don't know why you'd type 2 letters and continue, I guess. Yeah. No, he's taken care of, so don't worry. Thanks for banning. Well, I mean, I'm kind of new to this, so I mean, I don't really like people just sending weird little linked three syllable. If you don't make sense, then you don't need to be in here, I guess. All right, so here's a 2018 with 500,000 miles for 135,000. So I don't know. It's crazy. But the more you look at this and you start seeing what the prices are, you almost start like getting like brainwashed into it, right? And then you start looking at a truck going, oh wow, 135,000, that's a good deal. Because you're just so used to seeing these prices right here, 180,000, for 2019 with 400,000 miles on it, which is what a brand new truck costs. I get it; they're hard to get brand new trucks right now, but it's not worth 180,000 for 400,000 miles. Is it hard for manufacturers to make new trucks? Like, is there a massive material shortage because of the? Yeah, there is. There's everything. I mean, there's material shortage. There's, nobody wants to work right now, right? Everybody, you know, after getting all the stimulus, they just want to sit at home and not work. So, and then they don't want to go back to work until they get these higher wages because of inflation. So, I'm sure the manufacturer, just like anybody else, like you go to all your restaurants around your town and whatnot. And I don't want to get too involved, too down this rabbit hole of, you know, but yeah, so they're having a hard time finding people. Yeah, man, the supply line is screwed. It is messed up. Mac, what do you think about a 1999 Volvo with a Detroit 1.3 million miles on it? I don't. I mean, off the bat, I don't really deal with Volvos. I really don't have a whole lot of experience with them. I try to stay away from anything that's like European because I know it's expensive to replace. It's got a good motor in it, but I don't know. I'd shy away from it. I mean, how much are they asking? That's a big question here. I can't even answer that question fully until I know how much they're asking for it. Send me a link in the chat here to it. Yeah, go crazy. I think he's asking you. But yeah. All right. Well, here's a 2014 Kenworth W900 for $81,000 with over 650,000 miles on it. That's a little high. 2018. This one's got Thomas. Are you asking me what my name is? Or yeah, Michael, for sure. There's a lot of sensors and a lot of fancy stuff I'm sure they've done that might make it pretty difficult to work on. Another thing you got to worry about too is parts availability with a truck of that age. And if you're talking about almost a 20 more than a 20-year-old truck, it might be pretty hard to find replacement parts, sensors, all that kind of stuff. The aftermarket is pretty good as far as I know for like Freightliner, Kenworth, Peterbilt, International, Western Star, but I don't know what the aftermarket is like for Volvo. That's funny. Yeah, go crazy. Talking about your uncle. That's actually not too uncommon. My name is James. And if you're not familiar, I've got the YouTube channel that just going over trucking and some just trying to give some information and knowledge to guys out there interested in becoming owner operators or getting in the trucking industry altogether. But yeah, go crazy. That's actually pretty common. My brother had a buddy of his back in the day that used to park at the truck stop, and they'd play Call of Duty or whatever. Go crazy. I don't know how he fit. Oh, it's easy, man. Look at my screen. I'll show you. It's pretty easy, man. If there's not already trucks here that have, if I can find a sleeper picture. Okay. Here, let me find a picture of a sleeper. Here we go. No, never mind. All right. So some of these have like there's a couch right here on this sleeper. There's a couch back there, and there'll be cabinets for you can put a TV or whatnot. If I can find a picture of a sleeper, which is crazy because yesterday when I was looking, I found a ton of them. All right, let me try to find a picture for go crazy here. Oh my gosh, guys. Really? Now that I'm, like that's always how it works, right? Now that I'm looking to find a good sleeper picture, I will not be able to find it. Sorry, guys, I'm just rushing these pictures. I'm trying to find a good picture of a sleeper to show. All right, so basically, maybe I didn't really show a good enough picture of it, but so that's not a really good picture. But let's see here. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna search it. I'll show you. Thought I found one before, but maybe not. But yeah, there's plenty of room. Some of these sleepers have couches in the back of them, so and then they just have a bunch of cabinets and shelves. You put a TV. Nowadays, you can just put a flat screen, easy, on the side of the cabinets, and then have a power inverter to run everything, and then have a Wi-Fi hotspot. But I don't know if you search like W900 sleeper, and you'll see. Let's see here. It's not. Yeah, it's pretty easy to fit the truck. Michael, I heard that the D11 is a crap to go D12, and yeah, I don't know anything on the subject to be honest with you. I've heard D12s are good. Okay, thank you, James, for all this awesome help. I really appreciate all this. Is this live chat every Sunday? I'll be sure to tune in as much as possible. I'm trying to, Thomas. I'm trying to do these more often. I used to do them every week, but over the last year, I've kind of gotten busy, and it's hard to do it. And now I found out how to share my screen with you guys, so this is awesome. I can kind of interact a little bit better with you guys, and just me kind of just talking into the camera. You guys can see what I'm looking at. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do these more often. Yeah, man, that's fine. If you have more questions for me, keep them coming, man. I want you to send me questions. It gives me something to talk and discuss on this live stream. That's kind of what it's for. I like the discussion. Go crazy. Yeah, yeah. It's um But yeah, go crazy. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get the space and whatnot. But oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the sub and the like. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you later. Go crazy. Have a good one. Take it easy. But yeah, Thomas, a good Wi-Fi hotspot is a Nighthawk. I use the MiFi hotspot just by Verizon, and it seems to work pretty good for me. I need to upgrade. It's still a 4G hotspot, so I definitely need to upgrade that. MiFi hotspot. Verizon. I'm just searching it right now. Show you guys what I use. It's actually a jetpack. It's called a jetpack. So see if I can share this. All right, so this is what I use. Is this Verizon Jetpack for Wi-Fi. This is still a 4G one. I need to upgrade to the 5G one because this one's actually becoming outdated. But yeah, I'll go back to the trucking stuff here. All right, so we're back to the trucks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Trying to give you guys some interesting content, and maybe eventually I'll start a Discord where you guys can interact with me and whatnot. But yeah, the Nighthawk 2. Let me look at the Nighthawk 2. Who makes it? So the Nighthawk 2, how do you get your searching for this right now. Netgear Nighthawk. Okay. So who do you get your service from then on here's the Nighthawk 2. So it's made by Netgear. So is AT&T the provider, or who provides the internet for this? All right. So we're going back to trucks. Okay, thank you. I'll need a good Wi-Fi setup because my fiance is still in the Philippines. She'll be here hopefully at the end of this year. She'll ride with me after that, so Wi-Fi won't be an issue. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you like that one, I'd I don't know if Spectrum. Okay. How is it? I don't know how it is or whatnot. I know the the Verizon Jetpack MiFi is pretty good. The 5G one, I haven't upgraded that one yet, but if that Spectrum one doesn't work for you, I'd check out the other one. Makes sense. Let's just go through some more of these trucks. Oh my gosh. See, here's another one. $245,000 for a 2022. It's crazy. Keep going here. Keep looking at some more of these trucks. $145,000 for a truck that's got 1.7 million miles on it. Said it's been rebuilt. It's got 780 horsepower and 2350 foot-pounds. That's a lot. Here's a 2016 for $138,000 with 800,000 miles on it. Just crazy. One of a kind. Yeah, is that why it's one of a kind price? Full rebuild done at 689,000 miles. I don't know why you're selling it then. But yeah, here's some more. $120,000 for a 2001 Kenworth. Holy crap. That's just crazy. $75,000 for 1.6 million miles. Well, at least it comes with a microwave and a TV, guys. So I guess that makes it worth it. Sounds good, Thomas. Take your time. I'm gonna run, and I actually have to run off here for a second in a couple minutes as well myself. But yeah, guys, these prices are crazy. Holy crap. Wow. Here's a can't remember what they call these sleepers. Trying to find a condo sleeper. There we go. This is 100,000. That is a long wheelbase though, for sure. I mean, this is almost a better deal than so at least you're getting an RV with it that makes you money. Really old interior. Oh wait, what is? Oh yes, it's 2001. Okay. Yeah, if you're in the art market to buy an RV, at least you can buy one that'll make you money while you're not RVing. Where do you store? Do they do like 6 or 8 year financing like the RV or mobile home? No, trucks don't typically do that. Trucks are same as like an auto loan, so they'll go out, 6 years, and they'll go out 6 to. Trying to think here. What's 80? Yeah, so longest I've seen for semi trucks is 6 years, Michael. So that's 72 months. They don't do 10 years. As far as I've Understood. I haven't seen it yet. There might be some finance companies out there that are going towards a different business model. But honestly, with trucks costing $200,000 when they used to be $100,000, there might be some finance companies that might start going to that business model. It'd sure make it a whole lot more affordable as a, from an expense standpoint, month to month. But the debt is still the debt. So you gotta be careful with that. Ooh, let's look at this one. This one looks interesting. 99 Kenworth W900L. Edmond. Prices are at all-time high. That's why I was going over in some results here with you guys. Ooh. It's a lot of white. It's a lot of white for sure. $109,000. What's up with that? You put all that work into your, like, that's what I understand about some of these like custom truck guys is you see how much work they put into this, right? Like this paint job, all the fiberglass fenders and all this stuff, and then you go into the interior. The engine bay looks okay. It could look better. I mean, for how much you dressed up the outside, you could at least maybe put some stainless steel in there or something. Looks like the fan is painted purple. And then you go on the interior and you're like, okay, that looks okay. Then like, look at that steering wheel. You're like, what? Why? Like ghetto fabulous over here. And it just blows my mind. Some of the stuff people do to their trucks. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be looking at this. Oh, is it gutted? Okay, it's gutted. Well, the sleeper on the RV side of this one looks pretty decent. This is pretty cool. It kind of looks like an extended studio sleeper. Not studio. Studio sleeper. It just looks like they kind of pushed it back a couple feet right here. Pretty interesting. Thomas, hey everyone, have a good and safe New Year. Thanks again, James, for this. I'll catch you on the next one. Hope next Sunday. Keep trucking. Sounds good, man. I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, I'll try to make a post. A couple days ahead of time to give you guys a heads up that I'm doing a live stream or whatnot. But so we're talking about guys making money rebuilding trucks. This must be what this guy does in Ohio because there's a lot of these condo sleeper trucks. Or if he just buys them and rebuilds them or what? Or if he just sources them out. Oh, no, wait, this is a studio sleeper. This isn't a condo. This guy's got a lot of the big sleeper trucks for sure. Man, that interior though, man. Yes, so you see the couch right here. The other one, that condo sleeper, it's just like they pushed the couch back and added like a couple feet in between the couch and the cabinets and then put a counter. But yeah, I'm surprised they're not asking. I'm surprised this guy's not asking $200,000 for basically an RV with a semi attached to it on wheels. I mean, now I'm sure he'll catch up eventually, but yeah. He's got a lot of trucks. Holy crap. And he's high on his prices, but not any crazier than anybody else. So Ohio truck sales, I mean, he's not out of this world prices. He's pretty crazy, but not out of this world. Let's see here. I'm just trying to look in at some other stuff. But yeah, he's got a lot of trucks. Holy crap. He's got a lot of trucks. Well, no, they're pretty high mileage though. But yeah, he's got a lot of inventory. Whoever this Ohio truck sales, he or she, whoever it is. I mean, what? This is like the 10th truck? Well, a lot of guys are having trouble keeping 2 or 3 trucks on their lot. This guy's definitely got a lot of trucks. So this right here, 2005, 643,000 total miles on truck. If this is original miles, this may not be a bad truck here. I mean, given all the other crazy prices, need to get rid of those twins and just do a single turbo for sure. See how bad the interior looks. Looks pretty bad. So, if this truck seller would just, replace some of the interior stuff and spruce up the interiors a little bit, do a minor restoration, that'd go a long way. But yeah, so far, this truck isn't horrible. I mean, the interior is a little rough, but if it's truly only got it's if it's only got 643,000 miles on it, that's a pretty good deal, given the craziness of the market right now. Holy crap! This says they have over 120 long hood trucks right now. I don't know if this guy just stockpiled them in the last 4 or 5 years or what, but this guy's got a lot of trucks for sure. Or this dealership. I don't want to say guy, but whoever the dealership is. That's not horrible. So many miles are on this one. Thanks for joining me, guys. I just going through some trucks here. Feel free to ask me some questions if you have any, or comment on some of these crazy prices. Try to find out the mileage on this truck here. And they're not going to put the mileage unless I missed it. Nope. Million total miles on truck. Okay. So it's got 1,000,000 miles. No rebuild for $75,000. Here's another. Yeah, this guy's got a lot of trucks for sure. let's see what this truck looks like. I like the layout of this truck. I don't know, not too sure about the color, but I like this, the way it's set up, and maybe ditch a little bit of the chrome. But let's see, this is a 99, so it's gonna have a. This got 1.4 million miles. It's been rebuilt. Man, I'm telling this, if this guy put a little more emphasis on cleaning this interior is not horrible on this one, but I mean, if he cleaned up some of these interiors, spruced them up, and they'd be a lot more easier on the eyes, probably a lot easier to sell. But I mean, we don't need any emphasis to raise any other prices. All right, so should we go into some ooh, I kind of like this one here. God. But it's got 1.5 million miles, 500,000 miles on engine overhaul. I mean, at 500,000 miles, I mean, it could need another overhaul. I mean, you never know. That doesn't mean a whole lot. I mean, I like the truck, though, how it's set up. This is a good-looking truck, but it's like, oh, yeah, 500,000 miles ago. It's like, well, Cummins can need rebuild at 500,000 miles, so it could just be in need of another overhaul. Oh, this one's got the updated interior. I mean, it's just, truck's got a lot of miles, but I do like the setup of this one. This is the kind of setup that I go after. Hey, it's got the Hendrickson Primax suspension, so probably it's 46,000 pound suspension. If I'm looking at that right. Yep, Hendrickson right there. 47,000 pound suspension. Okay. Yeah, any of you guys know where else or what are some good Facebook pages that we can kind of look for some trucks on? Comment in the comments below if you know some good Facebook pages. Just put a link in the comments, and I'll make sure they don't make sure it doesn't get blocked, and then we'll go from there. Because I want to see if anybody's selling trucks for a decent price. New full paint. Okay. And as you see these crazy prices, then you see this truck here, and it's got 1 million miles for $64,000. It almost seems like a good deal, given other examples out there. I don't know how this dealer ended up with so many trucks though, unless they started buying them up like crazy when the craziness started happening. What is that shifter? Oh, okay, I see. I mean, it's only a 10-speed. I don't think it's heavy spec. The frames and paints, I don't know how rusty it is, but I mean, given the other crazy prices, this price doesn't sound too awful crazy. keep looking here. This is still like the same truck dealer, the last page or so. All right, let's look at something else. So let's go into conventional trucks with sleeper. And we'll go into Peterbilt. Let's do show all 379s. All right, so 2 million mile truck for $75,000. There's a 2005, almost 1 million miles for 69,000. No blow-by or major leaks. But it hasn't had a rebuild done on it. What year is this? 2005. So it just says EGR. I mean, it looks okay, but it's got 1 million miles on it. 1,064,000. Man, I don't know why they have the seat so far forward on this thing. All right. Ohio, I'm on his or her website. They have some better price trucks. Michael, sounds good. Yeah, they don't have, it doesn't seem like their prices are too awful crazy. I mean, they're high, but they're not like out of this world. They're, if not matching the market, they're a little bit lower. Here we go. 97, 2.2 million miles. $245,000. Fully restored. This is crazy. 2.2 million miles. I think truck restoration limited. He's trying to retire. He's just trying to retire. He's hoping some idiot fetches him a crazy price, and then he's hoping to fetch him a crazy price so he can just retire for a year or two or whenever. But yeah, this is insane. Well, it's they're trying to act like, well, it's a show truck. '94 Peterbilt, $135,000 for 2 million miles. Wow. Damn, I wish I would have bought a bunch of garbage before this happened. I really wish I would have bought some of these trucks for 30. This would have been a $30,000 truck. maybe 40,000 2 years ago. If that even. I mean, 2 million miles, that's a lot. Yeah, I knew Peterbilts are gonna probably be worse than Kenworths as far as the crazy prices. That's why I was kind of easing into it, the Kenworths, even though that they're crazy. The Peterbilts are just as crazy. I mean, come on, guys, 2 million mile trucks for over $70,000. Like, what the heck, man? I mean, and $135,000, new lights and paint, new new seats. Who cares? I mean, it's $135,000 for 2 million mile truck. It's insane. Oh, here we go. And then like this guy's truck, it like this sounds like a screaming deal for a 2005 for $70,000, only 800,000 miles. And this truck sounds like a deal. After you see a 2 million mile truck for $140,000, an 800,000 mile truck sounds for 70,000 sounds like a steal. I mean, this guy's interior is cleaner than some of those other trucks over there. But yeah, this given the market right now, this isn't too bad of a deal compared to all the crazies asking 145,000 for sure. Like this guy, 77,000 for 2 million miles. Oh wow. Okay. He's talking about the APU, but tri-pack APU not working. Air conditioner gone through midsummer. That's good. Here's another $100,000 truck for 1.5 million miles. Wow. I really hope some people don't buy these trucks. I hope not. I mean, let's see what this truck is all about. 68,000. Well, crap! It's like you want to jump. You want to jump after anything that's under $80,000. Like it's a screaming deal. What is it? 2005. Interior looks decent. How many miles they got on it? 30,000 miles. So this could be another 2 million mile truck. Actually, who knows? But yeah. Well, I thought that the Kenworths were overpriced, but Peterbilts are definitely even more overpriced. Another $140,000 truck with 1.4, almost 1.5 million miles on it. Farmer owned since 2013. I don't know if that's a good thing. The heck? All right, let's see here. Keep going through the list. Here's a 2007. This is a super heavy spec truck with only 385,000 miles for 115,000. I mean, compared to the other prices, this is such a specialized truck. It'd be, only a specialized person would need this. Very specialized. That's why it's not crazy money. $2001. Again, $100,000 for 1.6. I'm convinced. I wish I would have found some of these trucks before, because, man, you could put $30,000 or $40,000 into them and then sell them for over $100,000. That'd be a good business model. Here's a 91. There's another million-mile truck for $125,000. Seems to be a trend that over $1 million-mile trucks are automatically over $100,000 if they say Peterbilt on the front of them. It's pretty crazy. Wow. I might go into some, these are like the most popular trucks, obviously, like W900 Kenworth and 379. Peterbilts are obviously like the most sought after, like super trucker trucks, if you will. So, wow, this truck for $43,000. If it's only got 1,000,000 miles, this truck's a steal. What's wrong with it though? Probably has like a blown motor or something. If this truck's running, let's see here. They said they did the rods at 700,000. Last 200K miles, new turbo, new hoses, new non-smoker, drives and brakes, ready to go. Nice truck. Wow. This is actually a good deal. It's probably already sold though, but I don't know. If this is legit, this might be the first good deal given the circumstances. I mean, it is pretty rusty, but given that it's not $80,000 for a 1,000,000-mile truck, that's a good start. I mean, it is a car hauler, so I mean, that devalues it as well. Okay. Truck summary, but I need to see that. (2007) Peterbilt for $165,000. We'll deliver anywhere in the U.S. I'm sure you will. For $165,000, you should. How many miles does this thing have, though? I doubt they'll tell us, but mileage 510,000. Doubtful. What's the how many miles are on the chassis? They're probably not going to say. It's a nice looking truck. I mean, I can't use a truck like that. I destroy every bumper on that thing going into one location. Well, here's the, I mean, 700,000 miles for '07 with only for only $80,000. It's a little bit better price. Let's see here. This isn't horrible because I know someone who just bought one of these trucks for 80,000 and it had over 1,000,000 miles on it and a rebuild. So this truck is actually not horrible given what it is. I guess there's okay deals out there. I don't think there's any good deals out there, but there's decent, not so bad deals for sure. That is for sure. Let's see here. All right, guys, I'm back on the screen here. Yeah, these prices are just insane. It's good to see that the new, or the heavier spec trucks, the kind of trucks I look for, are still not crazy expensive, but they're not cheap by any means, for sure. One in 1,000 truck. Okay. Don't know what that means. Yeah, prices are pretty crazy. Cummins C15. This actually, given the market, is a pretty decent truck as well. 85,000 for 400,000 mile truck. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than some of the other ones I've seen. Looks like it's been rode pretty hard though. Beat up a little bit. That, I don't know, so that thermoflow, it's all janked up, ganked up. $120-gallon fuel tanks. Truck's pretty rusty. Oh, it's in Illinois. That's why. Yeah, this one's not horrible. It is a little rough around the edges, though. Has full lockers, so that's good. Yeah, this one isn't horrible, given that it doesn't have any issues. What's the horsepower on this one? 550 horsepower. Yeah, that's heated wet kit. I think they meant to put X15, not C15. uh, yeah, this truck's not horrible. It's still probably, $20,000 more than what it should be, but that's what the market is right now. So just going through some more trucks here. This one's kind of low horsepower, but it's not awful. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I just thought it was cool to see if this actually worked, where I could share my screen with you guys. And it seems like it did work, so that's good. But I will see you guys on the next one.